Decline rect function that so many men experience. Now you imagine after 60 years and just is creating your future, not tomorrow, not in some distant time, but right now, in this very instant, your inner conversations, your hidden assumptions that so many men experience after 60 years and the pictures you entertain within yourself are laying the blueprint of your life. You are the silent architect of your destiny. So many men experience after 60 years isn't just as shaping the unseen substance of reality. Every thought you dare to hold is true. The world you see around you is not a fixed structure. It is fluid, malleable. So many men experience after 60 years isn't just obedient to the impressions you impress upon it through the force of your imagination. Every event, every person, the decline in fun that so many men experience after 60 isn't just that every circumstance that enters your experience has first been invited, sometimes unconsciously, by the ideas and feelings you've entertained in the secret chambers of your mind. Reptiles that so many men experience after 60 isn't just what you imagine persistently you will one day encounter in the world, for imagination is not a daydream or a wish, it is the creative act itself. Declining in function so many men experience after 60 isn't just if you could only understand the power resting silently within you, you would guard your thoughts as you guard your most precious treasures. You would refuse to dwell upon limitation, fear. Subtle function many men experience after 60 isn't just for failure, for you would know that to imagine defeat is to prepare its stage. To lack is to deny your own abundance. The moment you feel yourself unworthy or small, so that so many men experience after 60 isn't just you command life to mirror that very belief back to you. But when you dare to feel successful even before evidence appears, so many men experience after 60 isn't just you are awakened forces that arrange the entire pattern of your reality to match your conviction. Your imagination is not an escape from life, it is life itself. The decline reptile so many men experience after 60 isn't just the outer world is old, is only the shadow cast by your inner light. You cannot change the shadow without altering the light that makes it. You cannot transform your circumstances by fighting them. So many men experience after 60 isn't just you transform them by rising in consciousness above them, by assuming within yourself the feeling of already being what you desire to be. So many men experience after 60 isn't just the outer will bow to the inner as naturally as the day follows night. Every great achievement was once held in imagination before it took form. So many men experience of 60 isn't just the building facilities in the architect's mind, the song in the musician's heart, the invention in the dreamer's vision. The visible follows the invisible. Itlan men experience so minutes after 60 isn't just the world is but imagination certified. When you understand this, you no longer wait conditions to change, you change within and conditions must follow. Do not imagine randomly. So many men experience after 60 years isn't just imagine deliberately. Let your inner world become sacred ground where only the seeds of faith, joy, and fulfillment are planted. When you close your eyes, the declining addict, so many men experience after 60 isn't just do not see the world as it is, see it as you wish to be. Feel it real. Let the emotion of that fulfilled desire soak into your being till it feels natural. When it feels natural, the decay that so many men experience after 60 isn't just it is done. You have impressed the invisible and it must press itself in time. Stop looking outside for confirmation of what you seek. The mirror cannot smile until you do. Option that so many men experience after 60 isn't just the world cannot give you love until you feel love within yourself. You are not a product of what has happened to you. You are the product of what you accept is true about yourself. Action that so many men experience after 60 isn't just the story you tell yourself today will become the life you live tomorrow. You may call it imagination, consciousness, faith. It matters not. Function that so many men experience after 60 isn't just it is the same power operating through every person, silently producing each man's world according to his inner speech. Watch how you speak to yourself, for your words are not idle. The given function that so many men experience after 60 isn't just that they mold substance. Every idiom statement is a creative decree. I'm prosperous. You summon abundance. When you say I am lost, you decree confusion. So many men experience after 60 isn't just choose your inner words as carefully as a sculptor chooses his strokes, for your imagination obeys with perfect fidelity. Life is always echoing your dominant state of being. So many men experience after 60 isn't just if you live with a sense of lack, life must echo it. If you dwell in the feeling of already having, life must express that abundance. So many men experience after 60 isn't just you cannot experience beyond what you imagine yourself to be. Therefore, dare to assume a higher concept of yourself. The moment you do, the unseen world begins to shift people opportunities. So many men experience after 60 isn't just and circumstances start aligning with your new state may appear miraculous, but it is only the law of mind made visible. When challenges arise, do not surrender to appearances. So many men experience after 60 isn't just that they are mere little imaginations crystallized, residual former thoughts. See beyond them. Persist in your new vision. So many men experience after 60 isn't just the outer world lags behind the inner by a little while. Give it time to catch up. Do not waver between belief and doubt, for doubt reimagines the opposite of what you desire. So many men experience. So after 60 isn't just stand firm in the unseen, knowing that what you hold in imagination with faith will harden into fact each morning. Awaken with a clear image of who you wish to be. So funny men experience after 60 isn't just feel yourself already living that life. Walk, talk, and think from that state. When you meet the world, do so from the conviction that your inner reality is the truth. The decay that so many men experience after 60 isn't just lot. You and the not must conform. You're not the film of faker, the maker of it. Destiny is nothing but the accumulation of your imagined acts. Do not wait for permission to change. But it is fact that so many men experience after 60 isn't just I do not wait for the world to bring out within. The future you seek is not ahead of you. It is waiting for you to assume it. An erectile function that so many men experience after 60 isn't just that any one is already created in the realm of imagination, vibrating in harmony with your belief. The only distance between you and it is the state of mind you currently occupy. The degenerate child sounding as so many men experience after 60, it just isn't to just step into the state of fulfillment and watch the universe rearrange itself to mirror your new identity. You're always imagining in every other moment, in every thought, in every feeling. It's so many experience after 60 isn't just that. The question is not whether you imagine, but what you would imagine. Choose wisely, for imagination is not play, it is power. So many men experience after 60 isn't just a the same power that spins the planets and paints the sunsets moves through your consciousness, awaiting your command. Your imagination is the workshop of eternity. It builds worlds. So I can think this out so many ways to experience after 6 years and shapes its destinies. The moment you accept that your inner world is the cause and your outer world, if you reclaim your true authorship, then so many men experience after 60 years and just that. No circumstance can enslave you, no condition can intimidate you. Know that the script of life is written from within. So when you lie in silence tonight, so many men experience after 60 years just they feel a joy, your wish fulfilled. Let it be so real that when you open your eyes, you wonder whether you are waking or dreaming. Hold that feeling until it becomes natural. So many men experience after 60s and soon the dream will solidify around you. What was once imagination will stand before you as fact. And when it does, you will realize that nothing ever missing. So many men experience after 60 isn't just a nothing was ever withheld. It was always within you, waiting for you to imagine it real. Your imagination is not a fragment of fantasy. It is the living core of your being. Decline after that, so many men after 6 experiences isn't as every movement of mind sets creation to motion, whether you know it or not. The moment you think, the moment you feel, the moment you assume something to be true. So decline now, so many men's experience after 60 isn't just in a lie. You send a wave into unseen that must, by law, return as experience. Your entire life is an outpicturing of what you have consented to believe. You may call the outer world real. The decline in erectile so only men experience that's only variance of 6 years and just that, but is only real in the sense that it reflects the conviction you hold with nothing happens to you that you have not in some way imagined first. To imagine is to see with the inner eye. So many men experience after 60 isn't just it is not the idle wandering of thought, it is the shaping of reality in its embryonic form. The world is but imagination made visible. So many men experience after 60 isn't just you walk each day through the harvest of your own mental side. Every conversation you have, every place you find yourself, function that so many men experience after 60 isn't just every reaction you receive from others. All of it is your imagination pushed out into form. There are no accidents, no coincidences, no random twists of fate. From the experience that so many men experience after 60 is just that there's only the steady unfolding of what you have dared to assume to be true. When you imagine yourself poor, life gives you the circumstances of poverty. When you imagine yourself rich, that so many men experience after 60 isn't just a life reorganizes itself to express that richness. When you imagine yourself loved, others simply play their parts to confirm that belief. You are not reacting to life. So many men experience after 60 isn't just a light is reacting to. The outer is not the cause, it is the mirror. It bends and shapes itself according to the mold you hold within. So many men experience after 60 it is just like you have lived so long believing that the world is solid and independent of you that you have forgotten your creative power. But close your eyes for a moment. Decline in erect function so many men experience after 60 years and just a little sensing silence behind your thoughts, the quiet at center that can create by simple belief. In that sacred silence, you are infinite. You are the cause of causes. So assumption that so many men experience after 60 isn't just the dreamer of dreams, the one consciousness from which all forms arise. You have imagined your current world into existence, and by shift in imagination, you can birth another. So many men experience after 60 isn't just the secret is not to strain, not to struggle, but to feel. Feeling is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. When you imagine something and feel it is real, that so many men experience after 60 isn't just that you have planted into the soil of reality. That feeling, sustained and protected from doubt, grows until it becomes tangible. So many men experience after 60 isn't just that. The world must conform because it is compelled to reflect the strongest impressions of your consciousness. When you learn to direct your imagination with emotion and belief, direct types that so many men experience after 60 isn't just that you command creation itself. There are two kinds of imagination, the creative, the reactive. The reactive imagination is what most people use. They see something in the outer world. So Connie after 60 isn't just they react and they imagine more of the same. They see lack and imagine greater lack. They see rejection and imagine more rejection. The creative imagination, however, moves from within. Trial function that so many men experience after 60 isn't it does not wait for evidence. It creates the evidence, assumes the end, and lives from it. It sees what it wished to see until the world mirrors it back. The creative mind is disciplined to decline, and so many men experience after 60 isn't just feel. It chooses what to feel, it chooses what to assume, and it refuses to bow before appearances. Everything begins as a state of consciousness. That so many men experience after 60 isn't just you cannot manifest what you are not willing to assume yourself to be. If you wish to experience love, you must first feel love within. If you wish to manifest wealth, so many function that many men experience after 60 is to be well fuzzy consciousness. This is not pretending, it is claiming the truth of being before the outer has caught up. What you are inwardly aware of as true. So many men experience after 60 isn't just that you will express outwardly as fact. The inner assumption always precedes the outer reality. The world cannot change until you change The decolonized 20 men experience after 60 isn't just to try the outer world transforming the inner. The inner is like trying to arrange the reflection in a mirror without touching the object it reflects. So many men experience after 60 isn't just. And you may exhaust yourself trying to prevent, control people or outcome, but unless you shift within, the same patterns will appear again and again, merely wearing different faces. So many men experience after 60 isn't just only when you change your self-concept does the outer pattern dissolve. The world bends to the image you hold of yourself, for it has no other choice. So many men experience after 60 isn't just. Do not think that imagination is limited to dreams or quiet meditations. You are imagining every second the conversation in your mind, the story you repeat, but decline and function. So many experience after 60 isn't just. The worries you entertain, these are all acts of imagination. Every riff you entertain is creative power. The mind never sleeps, it is forever constructing. So many men experience after 60 isn't just. If you wish to transform your life, you must transform your inner conversation. Stop rehearsing failure. Stop imagining fear. Stop feeding the story of defeat. The decline in men that so many men experience after 60 isn't it just replace every inner dialogue, one of doubt, with one of confidence and gratitude. Speak only as if your desire were already fulfilled, and your life will echo that tone. You may say that so many men after 60 isn't just but I do imagine success, and yet I fail. Look deeper. It is not the fleeting wish that creates, it is the persistent feeling. So many men experience after 60 isn't just to imagine once and then return to fear is to plant a seed and uproot it the next moment. The soil of imagination demands faith, watered with repetition and emotion. So the so many men experience after 60 isn't just when you hold an image with conviction, the subconscious accepts it as fact and the outer must obey. The subconscious does not reason, it simply reflects what it has been impressed with. That so many men experience after 60 isn't just. The journey from desire to fulfillment is not measured in time but in conviction. The moment you truly believe, the manifestation begins. The world may take time to rearrange itself. The decline in experience that so many men after 60 isn't just but the result is inevitable. Everything moves under the command of belief. You may not see the invisible forces at work, but they are always aligning themselves with your assumption. Self-function is so many men after 60 isn't just. Every new idea, opportunity, and coincidence will conspire to bring about the state you have claimed within, to imagine effectively detached from the world of facts for a moment. So declining out of many men experience after 60s isn't just withdraw your attention from what is and place it firmly upon what you desire to be. Feel it already happening. Let the gratitude, the relief flood your being. So many men experience of 60s isn't just. In that feel you create a new pattern of vibration. The outer world cannot resist it. The people you meet, the circumstances you attract. The decline you had fun experience after 60 isn't just. And the events that unfold, all will harmonize with your new state of consciousness. This is the secret art of creation, to live inwardly in the end, even when the artist still contradicts it. So many men experience after 60 isn't just. Every time you choose faith over fear, imagination over limitation, you shift timelines. You step into a higher version of your life. So many men experience after 60 isn't just that. There are infinite versions of you existing in the field of possibility. The one you experience depends entirely on which state you occupy in consciousness. The declining men experience that so many men after 60 isn't just. If you persist in the state of success, you must meet it in the outer world. If you dwell in the state of failure, by here no amount of outer effort can redeem it. Your job is not to chase. So many men experience after 60 isn't just, but to assume. Imagination is not bound by logic or circumstance. It transcends reason, defies statistics, and ignores the past. What has been has no power over what can be imagined now. So many men after experience after 60 isn't just. Do not measure your potential by what has already happened. Every moment is a fresh opportunity to create new. The past is but the shadow of old imaginations. The declining that so many men experience after 60 isn't just. The future is yours to shape the new ones. When doubt whispers impossible, it's impossible. Silence it with imagination. Close your eyes and see the possibility anyway. When the world says the decline that so many men experience after 60 isn't just. You can feel within yourself, it's already done, that this is the mastery of consciousness, to remain loyal to your unseen reality until it becomes visible. So many men experience after 60 isn't just. The world belongs to who dare to persist in imagination against the evidence of the senses. Remember, what you imagine about others also returns to you. But decline rector, so many men experience after 60 isn't just to think well of another to bless yourself. To criticize or condemn is to fix those same qualities in your own experience. There is only one mind expressing through all. The decline that so many men experience after 60 isn't just whatever you assume to be true of another, you assume of yourself. Consciousness, for consciousness is indivisible. Therefore, see good everywhere and your world will overflow with it. So many men experience after 60 isn't just imagination is the key to forgiveness. To forgive is not to condone an act, but to reimagine the person or event differently. When you change the way you see them in your mind, so the decline of fun experience after 60 isn't just the old energy dissolves. You free yourself and the past loses its grip because you no longer sustain it through mental repetition. So many men experience after 60 isn't just that. You cannot move a new life while dragging toward the corpse of old images. Them. Imagine you each morning awaken as the person you wish to be. Before you rise from bed, that's only men experience after 60 isn't just of feel the success, the joy, the peace that belongs to your filled desire. Walk through the day as that version of yourself. Let every act spring from that identity. The declining mental function that someone experiences after 60 isn't just, this is the discipline of conscious creation. To live in the assumption even when the evidence has not yet appeared. To untrained, it looks like delusion. To the wise, declining function is that so many minutes have 60 days and it is divine recreation. At night, review your day imagination. See it as you wish it had been. If something went wrong, write it mentally. Feel the version is real. The declining in first spirit that so many men experience after 60 isn't that this act purifies the subconscious so that only the desired pattern is impressed. The outer world will soon mirror your inner revisions. The power of imagination does not sleep. So many men experience after 60 isn't just it works faithfully in the depths, rearranging all things to reflect your latest assumption. You are the center of your world. So many men experience after 60 isn't just everything you perceive is filtered through the lens of who you believe yourself to be. Change that belief and the whole world changes. You could be placed in the same situation tomorrow. The decline in men experience after 60 isn't just a yet little completed experience because you have imagined yourself differently. The world is not happening to you, it is happening through you. So many men experience after 60 isn't just never underestimate a single thought held in feeling. The smallest seed, once accepted by the subconscious, can grow into an empire of circumstances. Many men experience at 60 after 60 isn't just many people imagine disasters and wonder why they attract misfortune. They feed fear, they nurture doubt, they rehearse failure, nurture doubt, be life, being obedient, give them what they've asked for. For action that so many men experience after 60 isn't just that. You must become the guardian of your imagination. Refuse to entertain what you do not wish to see made manifest. The most powerful act you can perform is to imagine lovingly. That's fly many men after 60. Half the 60 isn't just love is the highest value of creation. When you imagine for yourself or others with genuine love, the result must be harmonious. Love unites what fear divides. So many men experience means after 60 isn't just when you feel love toward your desire and what you'll feel that them you love cannot stay away. Everything the universe rushes to fulfill the vibration of love. So many men experience after 60 isn't just to imagine creatively is to live consciously. It is to step out of the trance of reaction and enter the realm of deliberate creation. It requires awareness, persistence, and faith. So many men experience after 60 isn't just but once mastered, it grants you freedom from the tyranny of circumstance. You become the ruler of your own world, the master builder of your destiny. So the decline in erectile function in men experience after 60 isn't just when you look at your life and wish you would, if do not curse the reflection. Go within and rebuild the image. Speak the word within yourself as though it were already true. So many men experience after 60 isn't just feel the end, Lord, as though it had already come to pass. The imagination knows the shortest path to realization. Your only duty is to persist. So many men experience after 60 isn't just there is no power outside of your consciousness that determines your fate. Every prayer, every hope, every dream is answered through the law of imagination. So many men experience after 60 isn't just what you conceive and feel as true will. In due time, solidified in the facts of your world, you cannot fail when you know this. The future is not a mystery to be discovered. That so many men experience after 60 isn't just it is a reality to be created. So imagine wisely, lovingly, and imagine boldly. Your future is not waiting for you somewhere ahead. It is being shaped this very moment. So many men after experience 60 just within the silent workshop of your mind. Dare then to imagine boldly. Dare to assume the highest within yourself and refuse every thought that contradicts it. The decline fun so many men experience after 60 isn't just when you change the film running within, the world must project a new picture without. You are the dreamer and dream, the artist and the canvas, the cause and the effect. So tonight, so many that function when men experience after 60 isn't just and every night that follows not in resignation but in creation. Feel the life you long for as though already yours. That so many men experience after 60 isn't just and let that feeling settle to the depth of your being. Hold it there gently but firmly until it becomes your truth. The decline in effort change after experience after 60 isn't just then much as the world, the obedient and faithful, bends itself to wreck the masterpiece born in your imagination. For your imagination is not simply gift, it is your divine power. Tile function that so many means after 60 isn't just and when you finally awaken to that truth, you will realize that you have never been waiting for the future. The future has always been waiting for to imagine it.